The man stood on the edge of the seashore every day, his voice trembling as he shouted to everyone who passed. "Whoever sees me, never wrong another person. Whoever sees me, never wrong another person." People would stop and stare. Some felt pity for him. Others were simply curious. His right arm was gone, amputated all the way to the shoulder. His face carried the weight of a pain far deeper than any physical wound. One day, a traveler approached him and asked, "Why do you cry out these words every day? What happened to you?" The man lowered his head and sighed. "My story is a lesson for anyone who thinks they can get away with zulm." He paused before continuing. "Years ago, I was a police officer. I wore a uniform. People respected me. Some even feared me. One day, while walking through the marketplace, I saw a poor fisherman carrying a beautiful fish he had just caught. I wanted it. I asked him to give it to me, but he refused. I offered him money, but he refused again. The fish belonged to him. He had worked for it. He had every right to keep it. But pride entered my heart. I looked at his poverty and my authority. I looked at his weakness and my strength. Then I made a decision that would destroy my life." The man's eyes filled with tears. I struck him and snatched the fish from his hands. As he walked away carrying the stolen fish, something unexpected happened. The fish suddenly bit my thumb with incredible force. He laughed bitterly. It seemed like nothing, just a small bite. I ignored it. But by the next morning, his thumb had swollen. Then came the pain, a pain unlike anything he had ever experienced. Doctors examined him and delivered terrible news. "The infection is spreading. We must remove the thumb immediately." The thumb was amputated. Yet the pain continued. Soon the infection reached his hand. The hand was amputated. Then it spread to the forearm. That too was removed. Then the infection moved higher and higher until eventually his entire arm was gone. "I watched piece after piece of my body disappear," he said. "And with every surgery I remembered the face of the fisherman I had wronged." One day an old man visited him and asked, "Have you sought forgiveness from the man whose right you stole?" The question struck him harder than any illness. At once he began searching. Village after village, street after street. For days he searched until finally he found the fisherman. The former officer fell to the ground at the fisherman's feet. He wept uncontrollably. He told him everything. He showed him the empty sleeve where his arm once was. The fisherman listened silently. Then tears began flowing from his own eyes. "My brother," he said gently, "I forgive you for the sake of Allah.